Well, I saw this post today on the Facebook, and it says sea levels are now rising faster than any point in the last 4,000 years. Well, funny about this, I've been getting in the ocean since that I can remember since about 1965 when I was 4 years old on my little zippy board on the beaches in Sydney. And I go back to those beaches today, all those years, which is 60 years. And would you believe it's exactly the same as it was when I was a child? So back in the 90s, they said by 2020 it's going to be havoc on the east coast of Australia and Florida and other low-lying places, California, places in England, many places by the sea. They said the sea's going to come up and swamp you. And they had maps drawn with red zones. They said these places will be no good. They'll be underwater. Well, I can go to those places today, and they're still there, the same as they ever were. Now, here's an old picture of me surfing back in the 80s. Yes, maybe 82 or 3, I feel this would be. And a beach on the south coast of New South Wales. It's an island out here called Montague Island, which is the same as it ever was. But just notice this little rock scape here. Now, on a real high tide, this can be covered, and at the low tide, it all gets exposed. Now, I've got a picture from very recent times of the same area. Let's look at that. Now, these are the same rocks right here that you can see in the other photo. Totally. It's just a little bit to the right there. If it went to the left a little bit here, that'd be a bit higher. That's the same reef. You can see it ends here on the beach. At this beach, Yabra Beach on the south coast, near Narooma, New South Wales. And there it is. There's the rocks. And this picture here is past 2000 compared to my image, which is at least 20 to 30 years previous, and the change has been nil. Yes, I just want you to notice this little bit of reef here, and when we go to the other photo, you'll see that's where it is, right there. And so it's a similar tide here as to the other shot. We surf more mid-tide here. It gets a bit full on full tide, so that makes sense as to why I'm out there surfing at this stage here. And we can see the waves much the same. Look, there it is. There's that bit of rock. And I know I could go there tomorrow and it'd be exactly the same as it ever was. Exactly. Now, this little island, it's called Pinch Gut Island, and the name of the fort is Fort Denison. Now, Fort Denison has been there well over 100 years, and this is the current look of Fort Denison. And I'll show you a picture now of many, many years ago, and you'll see same as it ever was. Just very slightly lower tide, not much difference in the tide. But as I said, the water just goes up to here's about the high tide mark, and down it goes. And this is about mid tide to me, even here. And the just slightly higher. You can see the sort of wet look here. It goes up to about here at high tide and back down, and it's been doing this for over 100 years. The only difference, they built this little thing here at some stage compared to that other photo, just showing you the photo is quite old. It's missing. Yes, these things around Sydney Harbour, the same as they ever were. Now here's aerial shot of Coolangatta on the Gold Coast in Queensland. And this is an area that they said all these mid areas on the beach going up here. You can see the water behind. Well, this was just going to get inundated and flooded. And they were real red zone areas. And I can tell you now, this is exactly the same as when I was a child. This little bay in here, for instance, this little strip of sand. I can remember being here when I was like 13, say, years of age. And it was exactly the same as all this then. There's been a bit of a difference because they pumped some sand here and made what they call the super bank. But just the general state of the Gold Coast, exactly the same as it was in my memories from the 60s and 70s, right through the 80s, 90s. There's been no change. Just the same as Port Denison and the same as the South Coast. So where is this change that they said? Where is this sea level rising faster? This is all happening just now, is it? Because they said it was going to happen back by 2010, 2020. It was going to be huge. And this is projections in the 90s. And I tell you, nothing has changed. Same as it ever was. Same as in the 1980s here. And don't I miss this little era. You can see the surf crowd here was non-existent. Just me and a few mates. And we had the time of our lives. And anyway, there you go, folks. Total evidence that there is no sea rise. Let's look at the next 20 years, and I predict same as it ever was.